My girlfriend secretly had a sugar daddy the entire relationship. The day I found out the truth, I was already planning how to propose to her. My name is Chinidu, and for 3 years, I believed I was dating the most loyal woman in Lagos. At least, that's what I thought. I met Ada at a friend's birthday party in Surulere. She wasn't the loudest girl in the room, but somehow she stood out. She had this calm confidence that made everyone pay attention whenever she spoke. When I asked for her number that night, she smiled and said, "You better not waste my time." I laughed. If only I knew she was the one wasting mine. For the first few months, everything felt perfect. We talked every day. We prayed together. We planned our future together. She told me she wanted a simple life, a loving husband, children, and a peaceful home. Those words hooked me. As a civil engineer struggling to build my career, I wasn't rich. I couldn't afford expensive vacations or luxury gifts. But Ada never complained. Or so I believed. Whenever I apologized for not being able to buy her something expensive, she would hold my hand and say, "Chinidu, I love you, not your money." Those words became my strength. Whenever work became difficult, I remembered them. Whenever I worried that I wasn't successful enough, I remembered them. Whenever friends warned me to be careful, I defended her. I trusted her completely. Then strange things started happening. Small things. The kind of things you ignore when you're in love. One weekend she suddenly posted pictures from a luxury resort in Lekki. The room looked expensive. Very expensive. When I asked her about it, she laughed. My aunt paid for it. I believed her. A few weeks later, she appeared with a brand new iPhone. Again, I asked questions. Again, she had an answer. My uncle sent money from abroad. I believed her. Then came the designer handbags. The expensive perfumes. The gold jewelry. Each time there was an explanation. An aunt. An uncle. A family friend. A business deal. Something always explained it. And because I loved her, I never dug deeper. Looking back now, I realize something terrifying. Love doesn't always make you blind. Sometimes it makes you ignore what your eyes can already see. One Friday evening, after closing from work, I decided to surprise her. She had told me she would be spending the weekend alone at her apartment in Yaba. I bought flowers, her favorite chocolate, and a small necklace I had spent almost 2 months saving for. I wanted to make her happy. I wanted her to know I was serious about our future. As I stood outside her apartment building, my heart was racing. I had no idea that within the next 30 minutes, my entire life would change. Because parked directly in front of her building was a black Range Rover. And sitting inside it was a man old enough to be her father. What happened next shattered everything I thought I knew about the woman I loved. For a few seconds, I stood there staring at the black Range Rover. Maybe I was overthinking. Maybe the man was visiting someone else. Maybe it was just a coincidence. I tried convincing myself of every possible explanation. Then I saw Ada. My Ada. The woman who had spent 3 years telling me she loved me. She walked out of the building wearing a fitted black dress I had never seen before. Her hair was perfectly done. Her makeup looked professionally applied. And she was smiling. Not the smile she gave strangers. Not the smile she gave friends. The smile she reserved for someone special. My stomach tightened. I watched as she approached the vehicle. The older man stepped out. He opened the passenger door for her. Then he kissed her on the forehead. Like a man who had done it many times before. The flowers slipped from my hand. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. I just stood there frozen. Ada entered the vehicle. The Range Rover drove away. And my world went with it. I don't remember how long I stood there. 10 minutes. Maybe 20. The security guard eventually noticed me. "Boss, are you okay?" I forced a smile and nodded. But I wasn't okay. Not even close. For 3 years, I had sacrificed everything for this relationship. I had postponed buying a car. I had emptied my savings whenever she needed help. I had rejected opportunities abroad because she didn't want a long-distance relationship. I had built my future around her. And now I was standing outside her apartment realizing I might not know her at all. That night I didn't call her. I didn't text. I wanted answers. Real answers. Not another story about an aunt or uncle. Around 10 p.m., my phone rang. It was Ada. I stared at the screen. Then answered. "Baby, how was your day?" she asked cheerfully. The sound of her voice made my chest ache. I decided to test her. "You said you'd be home all day." There was a brief pause. Yes, I was. The lie came so naturally. So effortlessly. As if she had rehearsed it. "Really?" I asked. "Of course." I closed my eyes. The woman I loved was lying directly to my face. And she wasn't even struggling. The next few weeks became torture. I started noticing things I had ignored before. She would disappear for entire weekends. Sometimes her phone would suddenly become unreachable. She always had mysterious meetings. Mysterious trips. Mysterious gifts. And somehow, every explanation sounded believable enough to avoid an argument. But now I knew better. I started paying attention. And what I discovered terrified me. One Saturday afternoon, I was scrolling through Instagram when I noticed something unusual. Ada had posted a picture at a luxury restaurant on Victoria Island. A few minutes later, another account posted photos from the same restaurant. The account belonged to a wealthy businessman named Chief Martins. A man in his late 50s. The caption read, "Weekend with my favorite girl." My heart stopped. In the background of one photo was Ada's handbag. The exact handbag she had carried earlier that week. The same handbag she claimed her uncle bought for her. Suddenly everything began connecting. The expensive gifts. The vacations. The designer clothes. The mystery man. The lies. The disappearing weekends. It all pointed to one thing. Ada wasn't just seeing another man. She was living a completely different life. For days I battled with myself. Part of me wanted to leave quietly. Another part needed the truth. Needed closure. Needed to hear her say it. So I made a decision. I would confront her. Face to face. No excuses. No stories. No escape routes. The opportunity came sooner than expected. The following Wednesday evening, Ada invited me to dinner. The irony almost made me laugh. The woman secretly betraying me wanted a romantic date. When I arrived at the restaurant in Ikeja, she looked beautiful. The same smile. The same eyes. The same woman I had fallen in love with. Yet somehow she felt like a stranger. Halfway through dinner, she reached across the table. "Chinidu," she said softly. "I've been thinking about our future." My chest tightened. Future? After everything? Then she smiled. "I think we're ready to start discussing marriage." Marriage. The word hit me like a slap. Because sitting across from me was a woman discussing marriage while another man was funding her secret life. At that moment, I realized something. I wasn't the only one being deceived. The sugar daddy probably thought he was the only man. And I thought I was the only man. The truth was far uglier than either of us imagined. I looked into her eyes and asked a question that instantly wiped the smile from her face. "Who is Chief Martins?" The fork fell from her hand. The restaurant suddenly felt silent. And the look on her face told me everything before she even spoke. What happened next was far worse than I had prepared myself for.